Let me actually finish a run today, please. Yo, hey Archie, Tekken, thanks for the good luck. I can, like, 302 this game so easy if I just get roulette luck. I probably should have practiced the finale last night, honestly. I did some practicing of a couple different parts. Like, I went ahead and refigured out how the keto chase works, so that should hopefully go better today. But at this point, it's been like a week or something since I last did the finale of this game. That's, like, kind of concerning, but that's probably fine. That's probably fine. Yo, hey Toji. What, Oh, I gotta buy the sake. Hold up. Hold up, this is important. No. Akiyama, please. What processor do you have, Toji? I'm trying to figure some stuff out about the crashing. Because I'm starting to think that it might just be like newer ones all crash and older ones don't. That's my working theory here. Yeah, old ass i7. I think Frub's PC is a few years old as well, so like, Yeah, look at that. Insane value from that bike. Insane value. The point that the level ups were not timed very well there, and I lost time. Yo, hello X-Play. Can't open the item box anymore in Yakuza 4. Ever since the finale, it's a crash every time. Oh boy. Man, the PC versions of these games just get like worse and worse the more I hear about them. Like they worked fine on my machine, but then again, I wasn't trying to mess with the item box too much, and I didn't finish very many fights with heat actions, so I pretty much avoided all of the main sticking points, but like, geez. Yo, X-Play, you said that you don't have issues with K2 crashing, right? If that's the case, what processor do you have? And is it old? My follow-up question. i7 7700. That's like kind of more recent, right? You can tell because the number is higher. (2017-ish). I wonder if it's like, I don't know, I don't know enough about like processors to be able to like theorize what might have changed at some point that makes the game crash on newer Intels as well. But then again, I don't know what Yarts has. I really need to find out what Yarts has got. Guess we're going this way. Nah. He had to queue up an action, didn't he? Oh boy. Now he's got a table. Alright, well, that was kind of garbage. Even though I skipped the Feel the Heat, that was still kind of garbage. So we're losing a lot of time. Wow, we're losing a lot, actually. That was really bad. That whole split was bad. Hey, Pape Quest. Yeah, it kind of seems like it. That, I don't know what would have changed, though, that makes it just not work, because, like, I don't know, processor's a processor. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that, but, I almost wonder if it's, like, because, like, when did, like, Meltdown happen? When was, like, Meltdown and Spectre a thing? Wasn't that, like, 2018? When it was, like, oh shit, branch prediction is broken on, like, every processor. Some big angry over Colonel Devs having to patch it, jeez. He is a big angry over everything. Yo, hey Oblivion. Well, we're 8 minutes in, and I'm kind of feeling like resetting, so not great. Plus 10 on Ihara is junk. But this is just the first attempt of the day, so I don't really care. I'm hoping today's the day, though. Yesterday, Rebel Dragon got a 216 in Yakuza 3 with 2 random encounters and screwing up Kanda. So, like, he's getting close to me there, actually. So I really want to come back to Yakuza 3, like, as soon as possible. But I gotta finish up with this first. I need to properly kill Yakuza 4. Very nice. Those are like, I don't know. I like the Print Circle Ghost one. The rest are like mostly forgettable. IMO. The Print Circle Ghost one has a great who was phone moment at the end. And I guess the Gaga Milano one is also excellent, but that's not actually good. I just like that one because it's stupid. If anyone here is in the market for a 10,000 euro watch, just let me know. I have recommendations. How did I didn't catch the end of your stream, by the way, Kuro. How did the runs go? Oh, map. Really sloppy menuing. Bad day, but PB, nice. What's your new, what's the new time? Guy's gonna block. Why aren't people dying when they're supposed to? $201. Oh, so you had already gotten it by the time I was watching then. Nice. That's closer. Big no-no is sweating. Favorite run is probably the original Yakuza 1, but K2 is also really good. Those are my two favorite. Yeah, he's got K1 world record as of the other day. Big no-no is the K1 GOAT. Which, speaking of K1, for those who didn't see the other day, I hit 1,000 followers last time I was streaming. So to celebrate, I will be doing something with Kiwami 1 probably this Saturday. I don't know if I'm just gonna like play through it and complain a whole bunch or like learn the speedrun. I don't know what would be better, but I'll be definitely doing something. Yeah, K1 for 1K. I didn't think about that till later, but it works out really nicely that way. Happy birthday, Mr. Trilogy. I look forward to the demo disc party. I actually practiced the speedrun a long time ago, up to Majima, and I was doing some Majima practice, so I feel like I can probably beat him if I just like boot the game up and go for it. But like, man. first Xbox user to complete K0. Achievement had an acquired ratio of 0.01%. Nice. If you look at like, if you look at PSN achievements for or trophies, I guess, for the Yakuza 3, 4, and 5 remasters, I believe I am the first person to beat Yakuza 4 and 5. That actually, like, I think I might just straight up be the first person to beat 4, and then there were a couple people that beat 5 before me, but they had all played it before the game came out somehow, so they're cheaters and they don't count. Okay, I killed him too fast. Come on, limp along. There we go. There's a site called PSN Profiles that like keeps track of that stuff, and sometimes I like to check it just for fun to look at things. For a while I had the fastest platinum of Zone of the Enders 2, the PS4 version, when that came out, but then some fricker bopped me by like a lot, and it's actually kind of curious because his time is so good that like dude could totally put up a speedrun time if he cared, but I have no idea who he is. Because to get the platinum in that game, you need to like do a couple of playthroughs, and he did it in I think it was 2.5 hours. I was just looking at this the other day. So you'd have to run through the whole game a couple of times in 2.5 hours, and that's like pretty good. I mean, for what it's worth, it only took me probably about the same amount of time, except I had to go to class in between, so it took me like 7. But it should only take like 2.5 if you know what you're doing and like have it routed. But for randos on the internet to have the game routed is kind of interesting. Yeah, the game is pretty short. Speedrun is like 45 minutes. And you only need to beat the game like I think 2 or 3 times for the plat, plus a couple of side stuff. 2 times you have to do, I think, because you need to beat it on a higher difficulty, and then you need to run through it again for some New Game Plus stuff. I think you can hack PS4 trophies, though. Maybe not. And I don't know what you can do with the PS4, but like other PlayStations, you can totally hack the trophies. I've done it in reverse because I wanted to get rid of some trophies off of like a local profile. Don't ask why, it's complicated, but you can delete trophies off your Vita, so you can probably add them as well. Alright, if that guy is a shoulder grab dude, I will be big sad. Okay, we're good. No, it was like, I can't remember exactly why. My reasoning was probably dumb, but it was like, it was right when Vita hacking became a thing, and I played a bunch of random games, like, you know, off of GameStop Online or whatever. And I didn't want the trophies from them, like, syncing to the internet, because then it would bother me, so I wanted to delete them. It was not Galgun 2. It was, like, Virtua Tennis 4, I think. Virtua Tennis 4 is a quality game. I'll hear no slander of the Virtua Tennis series. what is Akiyama doing story-wise? So mysterious lady has come to him asking for a giant loan, and Akiyama gives out loans to people who can pass his weird exploitative tests, which I think is supposed to be like not creepy, but it kind of is if you think about it. So right now we are introducing the loan lady to her test, which is to make a bunch of money in one of our hostess clubs. And this is also how the game tutorializes us about the hostess club stuff. So that's what's happening in the plot at the moment. I'm playing this on console. Console's a bit faster than PC, so I'm doing that. Regardless, though, I just use a DualShock 4. I'm pretty basic. Yes, that's her. She needs a loan. She needs, I think it's 100 million yen? Which it turns out that she needs because, some guy who's evil wants 100 million yen for some stuff. I don't know. The plot gets weird. Also, she's going around town killing people. That's another thing that's happening. Yes, we are forcing her to work there, though. We're saying, do you want the 100 million yen? You must first make 10 million yen for us in 3 days by working in our club. That's what's happening. The best way to practice K2? Honestly, for you right now, I think if you wanted to do another run, just like straight up do another run. And you would save a bunch of time just from not having to like pause to read the guide and things like that. And then like once you have things down in memory a bit more, like where to go and what stuff to pick up, then you can start to think about actually like targeting practice to certain splits. I'm a bit of a giant nerd, but what I always like to do is make a spreadsheet comparing my own splits to world record splits and see which ones are the worst and then practice those. But, you know, your mileage may vary. Is it only 3 million? I think it's 10 million, right? Because she makes about 3 million per night. A hostess club is a type of club that I guess is a thing in Japan, where you go and you pay money, and a girl who works at the hostess club will talk with you for like an hour, and that's the club, and you like get drinks. Oh my god, KZ Furu. No, it is not. It is not. Where's the gun? The gun just like flies away. It's so annoying. This run sucks, by the way. It is less weird, but it is still kind of weird. Especially considering that in other sub-stories, Akiyama does actually tell women to sell themselves into, like, sexual servitude, and then is like, haha, I was just joking, you passed the test because you didn't want to do it, and it's like, what the fuck, Akiyama? That's a thing in 5. Yeah, there's host clubs too, and you can work in a host club in Yakuza 2, and it's really goofy. And it's like the best part of Yakuza 2. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Caustic. Alright, encounter over there. Don't fight me. Cool, thanks. I was taking that kind of risky, because I'm just like, if this guy fights me, I'm just gonna reset, whatever. Might as well risk it. I'm not playing great here. Yo, hey Rebel. Thank you for the GL. 214 soon in Yak 3 Rebel, I believe. This is the club in operation though, and you can see it is not a sex thing. They're just talking. Might be able to. Dude, you said you had 2 random encounters in that 216, right? Like, you could, that means you can easily chop like 45, 50 seconds off right there. And then don't get wrecked by Conda, that's another 20. You can totally 214 the video game. Yo, don't forget about Fist of the North Star. World's best video game. Oh gosh, I did not see that guy. Wow, how did he not fight me? I'm just like begging for this game to end my run right now and it won't do it. Maybe the corner guy will be there. Ah, he's not. There can be an encounter in this corner and he hasn't been there like since I came back to the game. I want that guy to be there because he's cool. I mean, not that I'm an expert on the working of hostess clubs. I think all of my knowledge about this subject comes from playing Yakuza games. But my understanding is that it is very competitive and sort of high stress. His internet bar, Blind Touch. One of my favorite signs in the game. You had a nice shot of it there. But anyway, like that dude who we just found dead, he was killed by the woman we were trying to give a loan to. Oh, by the way, Yarts, if you're still here, what processor do you have? Or more generally, is it or is it not old? I'm trying to gather some info. Mostly because, for a long time we thought that the consistent K2 crash would only happen if you had a Ryzen 7, but a couple people now have had problems with the game crashing on Intel CPUs as well, which sort of wrecks our theory about what causes it, so... Ugh, people walking down my stairs. Don't do that. Not necessarily, since it's a different code base they're working from. Like, K2 is Dragon Engine, but 3 through 5 aren't. It would sort of imply that 6 might have a similar crashing issue, though, but we won't know until that actually comes out. Really? Whatever, you can stand up. That guy clearly doesn't want to be heat-actioned. There's my level up. I'm getting knockdown evasion and combo speed boost out of this. Guy just waiting to grab me. Okay, we got him. I said 8,700k. Okay. And you did crash, and that's kind of recent. Because I think XPlay said he doesn't crash, and he has a 7,700k. So that might be the cutoff point between those two models. Or whatever. Oh my god. You... fricker. That heat action sucks so bad. I don't know why I bother. Oh. Because we have him in a corner, he's just gonna do this, and I'm not gonna be able to get him with the essence of finishing it all. Well, that was junk. I mean, if you didn't crash the first time, then you're probably fine, XPlay. Like, if you have the crash, then you have the crash. Like, it's completely unavoidable for me. It happens every run without fail. So, like, if you even have one run that finishes without crashing, then you're probably good. But yes, you should definitely do more runs. Don't let that stop you. Because the crash is so widespread and there's no way to prevent it, we actually let you pause the timer. So if the game crashes, then you can pause the timer until you load back into the city. Because, like, otherwise, most of us would just automatically lose 45 seconds to the game crashing every run, and that would be incredibly lame. Good use of furniture. Got all these locked doors for Kaku-san to take a look at. Chapter 11. I remember when I was, like, still learning the game, I was surprised to see just how much time I was losing to record in Chapter 11, of all places. Chapter 11's got a lot going on. Don't underestimate it. Menuing is important. This will probably be the level up. Wow, it wasn't. This next one's gotta be it then. There's no way it's not. Yeah, there you go. Useless level up, but it's always useless. The level up is just never timed correctly. For those who haven't played this maybe, or who I guess don't speedrun this, which is all of you, after doing that heat action enough, it levels up to where you get the second input where you can, like, bring your knee down on his face or whatever. And every time after this, that's a QTE, and if we don't want to, we can just not do the QTE, and then we don't have to see the whole attack. But the first time, like when you first level up to where you gain the ability to do that, you have to see it no matter what. So ideally, I would like for that to be at a time when it actually does something, but it never is. You know what? Like, see, we can just not do the knee. But we don't have that option the first time. Everyone in chat is a 00 friend. That's my intention here. I was thinking about how the run ended the other day. And I'm like, you know, what if we all just rooted for the run? Ooh, I just put the gun in a really good position. I'm a genius. So today, everyone is Team 00. That kick was totally unintentional. But now I've got the gun right where I want it. Also, we get the tutorial about Feel the Heat there, because that's actually the first Feel the Heat we've seen all run, since we skipped Ihara's earlier. And yeah, way off gold. There was a lot that was bad about that, but we're still saving some time. Yeah, you're on Team 00, whether or not you want to. You've been abducted. Everyone's been enlisted into the 00 army. Or drafted, I guess. And choosing 1, we just put it on the number 1 and then just go for the 1 in 38. I actually triple checked last night just to make sure that we couldn't predict the normal number that it would land on just by looking at the wheel, and confirmed that you cannot do that. So that's also not a thing. The wheel, basically the way the roulette works is that it always starts at a certain angle, and then the thing that changes is how much velocity your ball has, and that's what sets the number. So you can't really tell visually what it's gonna land on. And if you use a 0 gem, then it changes the angle after you stop betting to be one that'll make it land on 0. So we can't predict that either. So roulette seems to be, unless we find just a generalized RNG manipulation technique, which I think someone in Froob's chat was actually talking about the other day. But unless we find that, roulette's never going to be predictable. Yeah, got the turnaround. But yeah, this came up the other day in his chat, and someone was saying that they had actually looked into this before, just out of curiosity. And apparently it's based on a step counter, but like not just your steps, but like also NPC steps or some sort of other unpredictable counter. So it's like not doable. Like you said, that the thing that feeds into RNG is mostly just how many steps you've taken, but every once in a while the number would go up even though he was standing still, which implies some other thing as well, which is just, who knows. Yak 4 tasks when someone actually, well, no one has done like a speedrun task of this, but if you look on Nico video, there's actually tool-assisted runs of Yakuza 1 and 2 on there. They are not fast, though. They watch all the cutscenes and do a bunch of side stuff. But they exist. And they're like 9 hours long, so I've not watched the whole thing. Every once in a while, just out of curiosity, I'll check Nico to see, like, maybe some Japanese guy we've never heard of has done a run of this game, you know? And I always come back disappointed. There's nothing good on there. But every once in a while, I'll check it out. I don't know. I guess not. There's one Japanese player on the OG1 leaderboard who actually contributed to the routing in a pretty significant way. It's because of them that we use magic swords in the run. But then also there's one guy on the K2 leaderboard who actually was playing the PC version. There's a guy on K2 who got like a 159, I think, and then that's it. I think that's it for Japanese runners of the entire series. Hey, Japanese people run a bunch of RPGs as well. It's always fun to see, like, every year when they do RTA in Japan or whatever, like the big in-person speedrun marathon that they have over in Japan. It's fun to look at the schedule for that and see, like, how different it is from, like, a GDQ schedule. There's, like, so many RPGs on the list, and it's just, like, stuff I've never even heard of as well. It's just like, what the hell is this? And it's just like some random PS1 game that never got localized, so no one over here has ever heard of it, but someone speedruns it, and it's in the big marathon. KH runs aren't that bad, as long as you're not doing, like... I mean, you can skip the cutscenes, that helps. They're all kind of like 2-3 hours long, I feel like, right? Rebel Dragon has a history of KH speedrunning, so he knows what's up, but they're definitely not 12 hours. I watch enough Spike Vegeta to know that those games are not 12 hours long. Microsoft Defender Antivirus did not find any threats since my last summary. Thanks, Microsoft, for virus scanning my computer during a stream. Is that a, like, 0.2 or 2.8 or whatever that one's called? Or it was like the thing they released before KH3 and it's just like a demo. I don't know, who can keep track of Kingdom Hearts numbering? That's like a pretty easy thing to dunk on, but like they really did a horrible job, especially with like the collections, where it's just like, I have no idea what's going on anymore. No, it was in one of the collections, 0.2 I think. They packaged it with some other shit. Like, what the heck is 2.8? I don't know, I generally don't even like Kingdom Hearts, like, at all, but for some reason that doesn't stop me from owning multiple copies of KH2 on PS2. Don't ask. That's all I got, though. I have the PS2 games, and then that's it. And not Recom, not that PS2 game. I kinda liked, this is my hot take, I kinda liked KH1 more, because it was less complicated. Oops. Wait, yeah, I am getting drunk here. My menuing sucks. I cannot menu today. KH1 is basically like you mash. That's it. Just mash X forehead, and I'm you know, capable of doing that. When you start adding too many bars, my brain stops working. Too many bars and meters in 2. Damn. Maybe if I knew that, my playthrough would have been 30 minutes shorter or something. Over my 20-hour casual play of that game. Why did I do that? Probably not. I doubt they took a boss theme, just ripped straight from a 10-year-old video game and dropped it into Yakuza 4, but I have the audio down really low, so I actually can't even hear it. So I guess I have no idea, but probably not. They did put Concept of Love in Yakuza 5, though. From Jet Set Radio Future. When you like go into a convenience store, it can play that song. Also in Yakuza 5, they had what's his face from Jet Set Radio compose one song for the game, and it plays in one sub-story for one fight for like 20 seconds. But it's there. It kind of slaps too. It's a good song. Whoops. So we're intentionally trying to make sure that that level up prompt happens not at the end of the fight. I could just full combo everyone and kill them really quickly, but if I did that, then the level up would pop right as the end of the fight happens. And for some reason on this tutorial in particular, that causes a really long wait at the end of the fight where you just stare at Saejima and he just stares back at you, and it really slowly does the level up animation. And you lose like 10 seconds. So I'm trying to delay the end of the fight a little bit so that doesn't happen by doing combos that intentionally won't kill. Yak 5 did get all of the love. They also put all the Miku stuff into Yakuza 5. This is the coldest take from me that you'll hear all day, but they should make another Jet Set Radio game. I like the Jet Set Radio games, and they should make another. I don't know, this has been on my mind recently. Here's something very tangentially related. I can't remember how this came up the other day. I was in someone's chat and they were talking about extreme sports games. And it came up that, like, there aren't really any, like, or many extreme sports games from Japan. And I was thinking about it, and as far as I can tell, there are only, basically, there's Jet Set Radio, which is sort of like its own thing. And then there's a PS2 game that no one has ever heard of called Yanya Kabbalista, which was actually made by Cave, the shoot-'em-up developers. Which, wow, that's weird. They made an extreme sports game at one point. And then there's also Go-Go Hyper Grind on the GameCube, which was made by Atlas, but never released in Japan. But it was made in Japan, so I count it. And I think that's it. The entire genre was just entirely, like, not a Japan thing. There's also cool borders, I guess. I don't know. That's like different though. Like obviously then you'd also have Snowboard Kids 1 and 2. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Shit, I should just reset this. I guess if you want to go there, there's also, this was for something. I just remembered this. There's, remember the skateboarding thing in Metal Gear Solid 2, where you can skateboard around Big Shell? Like, wasn't that a demo for some Konami extreme sports game that I can't remember the name of? I don't know who made that. I guess there's more that I'm giving them credit for. Substance. I think Subsistence is MGS3, but I can never keep the two apart either. Alright, here's the prison escape. Oh, no thank you. Oh my god, this dude, he's blocked everything. Is it $5 for a foot long, or is it $5 for an 11-inch sandwich marketed as a foot long, featuring not bread and not tuna? That's my impression of Subway these days. I feel like every year or two you hear about like some lawsuit like that, where it's just like, oh, actually. Oh, you're just dead. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know the details of that one, or if that's been decided yet. But the tuna in Subway sandwiches may or may not be tuna. There might not be enough tuna in there. Kind of like how there's too much sugar in the bread to call it bread. Which is like, you put sugar in bread? I guess that makes sense. Like, what's a donut if not bread with sugar? Wow, that was a close one. I almost got sucked into the really long QTE that I always warn against. And again. I was in Yartz's chat last night and someone was talking about making homemade bagels, and that sounds like pretty much the comfiest thing ever. And I kind of want to make a bagel now, but I'm like the worst at making food that you've ever met in your entire life, so I would probably fuck up the bagel somehow. I'm like feeling extra tonight. Might cook some pasta. That is my level. What do you mean you'll try a bagel? What do you guys like not have like a bagel place every other block in Australia? Or bagel's not a thing over there? Need essence of finishing and combo speed boost. Never seen a bagel in your life. What the heck, man? That's fine that I didn't kill him, because he almost never actually attacks. Of course, now that I've said that, I've cursed it, but he shouldn't attack me. Oh wow, he actually did it. What an asshole. This is like the worst run ever. A bagel has minced. Questionable bagel recipe. I haven't had one in a while either, but that's just because I'm like not awake in the morning. So they stop making bagels at some point, and then it's too late for me to go get them. Bagels are good though, and they're like, I don't know, probably half a dozen places in walking distance that are just bagel places. I can still kind of recover the split if I don't get completely bodied by Saito, but I mean, now that I've said that, nothing good could possibly come of this split, I think. Let me do that. Yeah, now he's just... I mean, I'm by no means a bagel expert. Like, I'm not sure what a San Francisco style bagel is. Not sure I've ever heard of that before even. That was good though. That was a very good, that was good. Yeah, that recovered the split, even though the rest of the split was horrible. That Saito was perfect. I don't know, it's becoming like it's like a pizza thing, I guess. We have different regional styles. This is the deep dish bagel from Chicago. That sounds messed up though. I don't think I support that. Thinner and crispier. Alright, maybe I'll do this fight right today. I did it right last time. This fight's really simple, but I still screw it up every time because there's like a timing thing you gotta do. The meat pie. Who wants meat at 5 in the morning? Yeah, missed the timing and Kiryu hit me for some reason. This is a bad Kiryu. Wow, and that missed. What the heck? This is like the worst Kiryu now. I've been golding this fight a lot recently, but it finally caught up to me. That was garbage. That's fine. This next split is about to be legendary. I finally got the lore on how to manipulate Kido. Sort of. I've got him basically doing what I want, so we're gonna go with it. Wow, there's just an encounter directly in front of me in this cutscene. Good thing we don't go that way. Reverse psychology. You tell Kido to keep his balls in, and then he runs slower. Yo, hey Blossom. Congrats on the new job. I saw that in Discord this morning. Hope that'll work out better for you. Wow. Those are some emotes. Don't be a shoulder grab guy, thank you. I mean, that makes sense though, like, because they've got that hard exterior, so sure, of course a bagel is waterproof. I buy that. To avoid lawsuit, you gotta say it's water resistant at a depth of 10 feet. Like a watch or something. Okay, please no encounter here. This one is garbage. Okay, we're good. Look, my bagels are for one use, and that is eating. Just know that if you use your bagels as baby floaties, twitch.tv/tapioca will not be held liable for any injuries that may incur. I have already screwed up Keto, by the way. That's fine, though. We just want him to start running really early. There's sort of like a minimum time that he'll run for. We rub against this wall to stop him from running left, so that he'll stop at that corner instead. There's a dude in front of me, so I have to slow down. Yeah, go that way, idiot. This was really slow, but this will still be faster than Keto has been in recent times. There we go. The atmosphere flavored. Did you guys? I have not seen that sign in the background. There's like a cafe or something in the background there that had some ridiculous like text about coffee on it. Now I want to go back and read it. These are the things that I pay attention to instead of like the route or going fast. Once you've played a game enough, you just start reading all the background text. An atmosphere flavored by coffee, cocktail, culture, and conversation. Stopping my speedrun because I want to know what the sign says. That might be too far. Good, it wasn't. Technically, we're waiting for Keto to get to the lockers to continue anyway, but he's always there, so I think I just like lost a second to reading the sign, but this is important. Also, yo, Light General, thanks for the 5 months, dude. Appreciate it a bunch. Hope you've been doing well. Oh yeah, don't mash X there. If you mash X trying to go into that door, you can actually get into the door before Keto tells you to go into the door, and that breaks the game, so don't do that. There's like one frame where you can get into the door before he tells you to, and it just ruins everything. Everyone loves that. Also, just a bunch of bread. Bread is good, it's true. I don't know, Natoku's from Australia, so he probably like descends from the British tradition of like putting beans on toast and eating it with a side of like meat for breakfast. Something truly horrible. I don't have a Scrapple take. I'm not really familiar enough with Scrapple to have a take. I don't know if that's like a problem. Good fight. No, I have not ever had a full English breakfast. That's like, none of that is breakfast food. That's messed up. Forgot how many, like, actual British people were in the chat when I started ragging on them. I think that's more of, like, a Philadelphia area thing, but I'm not super sure. I've never really been within the cultural sphere of Scrapple, I feel like. Scrappleverse. That's a much better way of putting it. Oh wait, what is white pudding? I'm familiar with black pudding. Would that just be tapioca pudding? Totally wrong menu. I don't know, this is all too much for me. This morning I had a bowl of cereal. That's my standard. I've got to eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. According to, I don't know, probably like breakfast industry propaganda, but I buy it. Really? Really, kid? Fine. Now see, I also didn't eat until about 2 in the afternoon today, but the difference is that was still breakfast for me. That's just when I wake up. Or I guess I wake up at noon, but by the time I get around to, like, eating breakfast, it's pretty much 1:30 to 2 in the afternoon. Because I'm a busy gamer. The full tapioca breakfast. You got tapioca pudding. You got just straight up fried tapioca like they apparently eat in Brazil. What else do you make with tapioca? I guess you drink, like, bubble tea or whatever with tapioca pearls in there. I am not from Brazil. I get that so much in, I've been playing a bunch of old school RuneScape recently, and my username in that is also Tapioca, and people just come up to me speaking Portuguese in the game, and I'm like, sorry, I'm not from Brazil. I think so, pretty much. Aw, man, I have my opportunity there. This fight's always a little awkward because it's hard to tell like where in the juggle you are because of how much he bounces off the walls. But that was a fine fight. We'll save time on this split. Well, in Brazil, they eat a lot of tapioca. And like not like tapioca pudding or whatever, they just like fry it up and eat it, I think, like chips. And they just call it tapioca. So I think seeing my username, they're like, ah, tapioca, but no. I was completely unaware that that was a thing. I picked this username at total complete random. I just picked a word. And now I've been living with the consequences of my actions for many years. By the way, what did I say about that split when we started it? I knew a good split was incoming, even though I feel like I just like choked the whole thing really badly. Still big gold. I can be 5 seconds faster, so. Because I think that was comparing against a gold, so that's just like a 10-second gold, straight up. Time for the best part of the run, though. Everyone's favorite part of the run. Seal W playing a trumpet part of the run. There it is. Nothing is better than the saxophone turkey emoji combo. The turkey playing a saxophone is just set up perfectly. Like, look, the saxophone is right next to his head. It just works so nicely. They contend with weird backwards controls there because of the way the camera's pointing backwards when you first enter the rooftop. But yeah, this is Saejima's long walk. We have to go all the way around the city using the rooftops and the sewers and stuff, and then we have to do it backwards. Also, it's chapter 4, but we're just now meeting Kamiyama, because he has escaped from prison. Also, Nico. Just a giant Nico ad right there. If anyone here is looking for a website to upload your videos to, or, you know, stream or something, Nico has got you covered. Sort of. With some caveats, because it's Nico. I don't even know, like, what all of the different rules are, but it's like, you can stream, but only for an hour, and only 20 people can watch, and this and that, and it's just, gotta make an update to this game where the giant Nico banner is replaced with a giant Facebook gaming banner. The true king of streaming services. I can't even make the Mixer joke anymore because Mixer died. They lost. Props to all the streamers who got to make like multiple millions of dollars off of Mixer deals and then just come right back to Twitch, like within a year. I like how when I run through this area, there's a bunch of NPCs that want to be sitting down on the benches, but they have to like get into position to then turn around and sit on the benches, and they just look like robots as you walk past them. That's what they have to assume the bench sitting position. They've got to be standing in the right spots. They sort of inch into their spot, then they turn around, and then they do the sit down animation. That's the cutscene where Saejima tells Kido that he's got to go balls out. Anyway, time to do that whole walk, but now backwards. And now with no trumpet. It's not quite the whole thing, but it's most of it. Along the way, though, we're going to be buying some sledgehammers. Back at the end of Chapter 3, we told Florist that we're broke, said he'd give us an extra 10k. And so now we're at like 36,000 yen, something like that. And we're going to go ahead and use that money to buy seven sledgehammers. And then we're just going to destroy some bones. Going to pulverize some people at the end of the split. There's some cops along the way, by the way. No one has ever been caught by the cops, but on the off chance that you are caught by the cops, you need to restart this entire thing. So it would send me, at this point, it would send me all the way back to Kido's office. Is where I would go to. But during the first half, it would send you all the way back to the sewers. Just start the whole several minute long walking process over again. So don't get caught. Here's our detour for the items. They do give you like a little bit of flexibility to get off the route a little bit and do stuff like this during Chapter 4. There's actually a trick you can use to get behind the cops in this section and then go wherever you want in the city, but it doesn't do anything for the speedrun. There's our sledgehammers. Yo, hey Atzmer, thank you for the good luck. Run's going pretty decent so far. Akiyama's part was pretty bad, honestly. Akiyama's part was pretty bad. But I think we're on better pace right now than I was last run, and last run was 2:02 pace easily. So, really Tanimura's part is the most important part of this run. The rest is mostly consistent. Tanimura is where things get spicy. And then Kiryu, of course, is just a blow up every time. I've been having good Kiryu parts recently, though. Like, my Saito 2 split has been on point. There's the rat. There he is. And protagonists has been, like, I feel like my protagonist fights have been bad, but then I've still saved a lot of time because of them, which is nice. I'll just be like, wow, that sucked. Oh, saved 15 seconds? Okay, cool. I'll take it. You're now done with the walking, though. We go ahead and equip some sledgehammers. They don't even give you a voiced cutscene for this. You just sort of show up with a billion dudes. It would have been fun if you like show up and then you get to see them all also like come down the elevators or something. Anyway, this is why we use sledgehammers. Sledgehammers are good. The best part about sledgehammers is that you can hit multiple people at once with them. That's why we're really using them. If you just single enemies out with the sledgehammers, it's honestly not that much faster. But being able to hit multiple people at once makes these sledgehammers really useful. Oh, come on. You can still totally be grabbed out of a swing, though, by the grab guys. Really dumb, but it happens. There are definitely some drawbacks to sledgehammers. Like, every time you take one out, enemies will get scared, which either makes them fall to the ground or they queue up a block or something like that. The last enemy alive will also always get scared, like that guy right there just did. So there's a chance for him to fall down to the ground and waste a bunch of time. Fortunately, he did not do that. Out of sledgehammers. I need to make sure that I save 2 sledgehammers for the bosses. So I'll only use 2 more on the normal fights, and then we'll just finish them off with punches. Good value. Awesome. That was a really good value set of 3 swings. This is sucking though. You guys gotta die a little faster for me. Okay, that's good. Not great. I didn't get a lot of double hits, so like sometimes I'll have sledgehammer left for these guys, like kind of a lot of it. But this time I do not. That's fine though. I actually kind of prefer dealing with these guys with fists because I can do this heat action. If you have the sledgehammer, you kind of, if enemies are on the ground, you just gotta like wait for them, and it's not fast. Alright, so Minami's too fast, so we're gonna go ahead and try to get him on the ground with a combo. There we go. I'll equip my other sledgehammer, which is now in a really weird position in my inventory, but that's fine. And now we're just gonna do this. This is the true strength of the sledgehammers. This heat action's kind of bad, but it's fine. It does a bunch of damage, but it's a really long animation. This is how we're gonna deal with Minami and Majima, though. You just sort of pulverize their spine. That wasn't great, because Minami got a combo in before I knocked him down, but that's fine. No, you don't. That's the other really good thing. And that's actually, that gets into difficulty differences with Yakuza 3 and 4. Yakuza 3 and 4, if you play them on easy, buff your lock-on, which is a very dumb, weird mechanic, but they do it. So if you're playing on easy, I'm basically just mashing triangle, and Saejima is doing all the aiming for me there. If you play this on normal or above, though, pretty much all of Saejima's strats break, because you no longer have the lock-on for it. Yeah, I was afraid he was going to do that. That's unfortunate. Please just work. Oh, and he blocked. I think this is still fine. I just have to do the heat action at some point. Okay. This should be fine, even though he blocked one. I don't think we're going to save time on this split, though. We're going to lose a tiny bit. Majima, if you don't do a heat action to him, takes exactly 15 swings. So if he blocks one and you don't heat action him, you're in trouble there. Oh wow, I'm actually saving a lot of time. Why did I just save so much time? That was not good. Oh well. Okay, sure. I don't even understand how hard I'm gaming right now, I guess. Yo, congrats on finishing 4S, Grunt. Hope you enjoyed the video game. Here's another quirk of 3 and 4. If text is voice acted, it's faster to mash through it than it is to hold the auto advance button. So like most phone calls and then also these like subtitled cutscenes, you gotta mash X for. And this one goes on for a really long time. End soon? Thank you, please. Thank you. Okay. Time for the run to start going really fast. Hopefully I can remember my routing changes. What do I do? 12 Tauriners, 4 Sake from the Homeland guy. Alright, that's the route change. We are going to be doing things a lot different in Tanimura chapters 1 and 2 with how we're going to get items, and that's going to save a ton of time in this split and the next one. In the old route, we would immediately go into that convenience store, but we're just not going to do that. Turns out we can get the same items from a more convenient place and cheaper, and saving the money from the cheaper store is going to allow us to buy extra weapons as well. Still got to make a detour over here, though, to buy the fake silver plates. You know, it just occurred to me that there's a Lotus Clan Broadsword in Ebisu Pawn for sale. I didn't catch how much money that costs. I'm gonna have to take a look at that after this run. Also, yeah, there's Hisai, one of the most relevant characters in Yakuza 4. 70k. I think that's more than Akiyama's got, unfortunately. you up. I think that's more than Akiyama's got. He might have 100. I don't remember. We have to... I gotta check how much money Akiyama has at the start of the run. But it would be really nice if I could buy that from there instead of having to get it from the lockers. But the way this game works is like, if you have to get any amount of money, like if you have to go do a sub-story or sell something or whatever, it's automatically a massive detour. So if you don't just have enough money to do something from the start of the run, it's probably not fast, unfortunately. Yo, 55-55, nice. Yeah, with the title font, like Massive Man from Zero. Like, I was testing a bunch of weapon stuff on Tanimura the other day that ended up not making it into the run. And it was literally just like the shortest sub-story in the game. And it was still way too slow, so we couldn't route it in. It's just like Yakuza 4 routing. If you ever try to route this game or Yakuza 5, be prepared for constant, endless disappointment. Here we get a good shot at the Tower Battle sign. A Michael Muffin production in association with Donald Sandwich, Rachel Hamburger, Anthony Fried Potato, etc. Tony Taters, that's his nickname. That's what his friends call him. Yo, hey Civil Yoshi. Ugh, out of my face, please. We talked to some Blue Arrow people along the way so that we get that level up there, so that I have it before the next fight. It's, important, sort of. It's minorly important. Yo, yo, yo. Yo. Congrats to Streetback Guy for finishing a speedrun of Yakuza 2. Or Kiwami 2. I wish it was 2. Kiwami 2. I'll have to read up on that a bit more when we're in the bathroom break cutscene in the next chapter. That guy is just walking in circles in the middle of the street. And everyone else got despawned except for him. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up real good. We are going to lose time. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy the stuff coming out of Homeland. I'm a dumbass. Well, we're not saving any time on this split. I mean, we will, but it's complicated. I can just buy this stuff at the start of Chapter 2, but that's... can I? No, the sub-story is going to prevent me from buying the stuff at the start of Chapter 2. This is a problem. It's probably not the actual end of my run, but it feels like the end of my run. Because now we don't have sake, that's the thing. Sake is really important. Not going to be able to do nearly as many heat actions. Wow. What a block. That's a big problem. It's honestly, I think we walk right by a convenience store here. It's honestly tempting to just, I'm not going to do it, but I could have just gone right into that convenience store and just gone with the old route, but I'm not going to do that. This run sucks now, though. I screwed up real bad. Because, see, we have to deal with this guy. Ah, get owned. We're not going to be able to do nearly as many heat actions to him. He's actually get on the ground though, so I can at least do one heat action. This guy and at the end of this fight, Sakakibara and Hiragi are going to be a problem. Go slowly, I have to deal with him now. Okay, we got him. That wasn't that much worse than usual, I guess. Sakakibara and Hiragi are going to be slow, and then the fight, the sub-story fight, is going to be slow. So I'm not going to be able to buy stuff from the dude until before. Hopefully you can buy stuff from him while holding the briefcase, and then I'll be able to buy stuff before the Kamurocho set piece. Actually, wait, no, I can get stuff. I have to take the other stairs, but I can get stuff. Alright, so this is only going to interfere with Chapter 1. I'll have sake for the sub-story fight. I just have to do my walking a bit differently, which is fine. Not that I'm aware of. Honestly, I've never checked. You bring up a good point. Buying a briefcase would be good, because the steel briefcase is like the best weapon, but I'm not sure I've ever even like checked that. Because I'm lazy and bad at routing. I don't know, someone want to go to the Yakuza 4 Game Facts guide and check the weapon section to see if it says that we can get another steel briefcase from anywhere. Someone please do my job for me. I'm pretty sure you can't, but I've not really looked into it fully, I don't think. An unlimited briefcase. God, imagine the power. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, thank you for letting me do that to you. He didn't have to drop his guard, but he did. Ow. Wow, the slide. Crazy slide tech. Damn, I didn't even know we could do a counter. And we're doing it again. You don't want to do the same heat action twice to an enemy because it gets stale. Like as if this was an extreme sports game or something. go. Alright, we skipped the Feel the Heat, which is good. That doesn't happen too often. Skipping the Feel the Heat is kind of hard to do. So of course it happens on the run where I've screwed up the route. Wow, the legend. What a legend. Everyone's blocking me. This is going to be a fake gold. But actually, I wasn't punished too... Oh, this is not a gold. Okay, good. Good, okay. Like 1 second off gold. That's fine. So I'll lose some time on the Kamurocho set piece then. Because I'll have to take time out of my split to buy some stuff that I should have had during this chapter. I wasn't punished too badly, though. Honestly, that wasn't so awful. Probably lost like 15 seconds. Yo, Revan91, party of 15. What's up, dude? Thanks for the raid and the host and all. Hope your Zooter any 5 dungeons was good. Is that like a... Explain to me what any 5 dungeons means. Is that like... You know you'll have to do exactly 5? How many even are there? They're like 7? Oh, any 5. So just once you've done 5 dungeons, you're good to go. Well, I am in the middle of a bit of a train wreck, Yakuza 4 run. I wouldn't call it a train wreck, honestly. We're fine. But I screwed up the route in the last chapter. Otherwise, this run's been pretty good, actually. I'm not sure how far the trigger for starting the sub-story extends, but I'm really hoping it lets me buy sake here. How many should I buy at this point is the question, though. I would have already drank 1, so I guess I'll be buying 3. Which, hey, saves me more money. Not that I need more money. This is just like some kind of training revelation stuff. We're gonna completely ignore it. The important thing to note, though, is that it brings me up here against my will. I usually take the right stairs to go down. I'm gonna take the left stairs, and hopefully that'll let me talk to the shop. Oh, right, it's here. Okay, good, it does. We buy 12 of these and 3 sake. Normally we'd have bought 4 sake, and then we'd have been drunk for that last set piece, but this is fine. So I'm buying cheaper Tauriners instead of the old Tauriner Pluses. And that will save me enough money that I can buy a second Steel Tonfa for the set piece coming up later in the split. Also, the reason why talking to that guy and buying stuff from him is part of a new routing thing is because I straight up didn't know that that guy sold stuff until like 3 days ago. I had never talked to him before, and I learned. Turns out he sells the exact items that we want for the route. So, cool. I need to do a bunch of things here. Alright, from here things will be a bit more normal. Yeah, the trick is, the thing that makes this a bit difficult is that because we bought Torrenters instead of Torrenter Pluses, it's going to make Munakata harder. Because a Torrenter, just like a basic Torrenter, does fill up your heat bar, but it fills it up to like the bare minimum. So you have like 1 second to do a heat action, and then your heat is gone again. So you pretty much need to be perfect through the first part of that fight, otherwise it starts to get a little slow. Whereas we used to buy Torrenter Pluses just so we had this safety net where we could, you know, maybe get shot once or twice and it would be fine. That is no longer the case. We now have to be perfect. That's fine, though. I did it once in practice and it worked fine, so that means it's easy. That's how these things work. With my amazing sample size of 1, I have tested the new strats to be good. Oh yeah, one other thing. I need to ditch this because I accidentally picked up a toughness ZZ in the last chapter. Also, I'm buying fewer Torrenters, although I don't technically have to. Just to minimize the amount of time I'm spending menuing. So also I can't waste Torrenters, and my Torrenters are easier to waste, so bit spooky. Let's go buy those steel tonfas, though. Yeah, 1 minute time save on docks because new routing, although I did the new route wrong, so that 1 minute time save on docks is a bit questionable, a bit weird. There's our 2 steel tonfas. We need 2 more open inventory slots for, one is for the Lotus Clan Broadsword, and the other is for... What is the other for? Oh yeah, the other is for the spicy knife. The all-important spicy knife. How could I forget? Tanimura is just a tricky character to route, because, your inventory space is so limited. There's so much stuff you have to carry around. And then also when you do the sub-story, the little girl forces 2 more items on you just to make things even worse. Worst case scenario, you could send the Lotus Clan Broadsword to the item box. I personally don't like doing that. So like I did a little bit of menuing to not have to do that. I didn't have to ditch the Toughness Z. I just wanted to do it that way. It's what I'm used to. You know, why don't I come into... Why do I go across instead of just going in this entrance to Little Asia? Why have I never done it this way before? There's no sub-stories here because we're holding the briefcase, so just do it like that. Why do I go slow, Revan, when I could instead go fast? Oh wait, I just remembered why. There's a reason why I go in the other entrance. Whoops, okay. We'll lose some time. Gotta double back for that locker key. I forgot about this in a run the other day as well. I'm just like bad at the game. Yeah, and now I'm too far away, so I'm too close, so I gotta fix my position. There we go. That's why we go in the west entrance, because we need that locker key. The split sucks, but we're still gonna lose. We're still gonna save a lot of time on it because of routing stuff. I hope. I hope we still save time on it. I'm not so sure anymore because I'm just like screwing up everything. There's our stuff. The spicy knife is for Tanimura. The Lotus Clan Broadsword is for Akiyama, actually. We're gonna pass that to Akiyama in the finale. Anyway, super long unskippable cutscene. I'm mashing all the buttons, can't even speed it up. So this is just gonna go, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in like a minute. As always, enjoy the lore, I guess.
あれは25年前の上野義晴襲撃事件に関係しているんじゃないのか。私は回りくどい交渉は好きじゃありません。はっきり言いましょう。違います。違うだと。今さら何を言ってるんだ。俺は柴田が新井に殺された時現場にいたんだ。あんたと柴田が25年前の事件で繋がっていたことは分かってる。親父はあの事件があんたと柴田の仕組んだものだということに気がつき、そのことが原因で殺されたんだ。そうだろ。確かに谷村さん、あなたのお父さんはあの襲撃事件に柴田、そして私が関係していたことは突き止めていました。25年前のあの事件は私と柴田が描いた絵です。私はあの日のあの時間、冴島大河が一人で襲撃に来ることを知っていた。ちょっと待て、確か25年前のあの事件、あんたは被害者の一人だったはずだ。どうして生き残ることができたんだ。だから知っていたと言ったでしょう。私は事前に冴島がどうやって襲撃してくるかも知っていた。防弾チョッキか。ま、そんなところです。私はあらかじめ備えをしていた。だから助かることができた。それまでです。つまりあんたは柴田と共謀し、自分の組織の幹部を抗争に見せかけて殺させる絵を描いた。自らが死ぬ可能性があるにもかかわらず。当時私は22歳、柴田さんは30歳。若い2人が縦割りの組織で成り上がるにはそうする必要があったんです。あんたは事件の後、まんまと上野清和会の若頭に就任。柴田も登場会で直系へと昇格した。あんたたちの計画が成功したというわけか。ええ、まあそうなります。やけにあっさり話すんだな。
Okay.
もうあれから25
I am
年が
back.
経ちます。
Not really. Actually, he is relevant. He's the instigator of a lot of the conflict, but then he just sort of dies in a cutscene. So, whoops.
だからあんたは安子さんを使って柴田組の関係者を殺させ、新井に指示して柴田を殺した。そういうことか。
Damn, 210 first K2 run is not bad.
あくまで自分の犯行ではないというつもりか。まあいい。
Kurahashi no weapons, that sucks.
25年前、俺の親父はなぜ殺される必要があった。その理由を教えてもらおう。あなたのお父さん、谷村さんは25年前の事件の裏に私と柴田が動いていたことを突き止めた。だがその捜査の過程で
Yeah, he got shot by pretty much the only bullet in the entire game that isn't made of rubber, so, whoops.
あなたのお父さんは事件の捜査をしている。
Sorry, dude.
警察内部の不正の事実を知ってしまったんですよ。警察内部の不正だと。25年前の事件、あの事件は警察によって捜査されたものだったんです。冴島大河ではない事件の真犯人を隠すためのね。真犯人だと。 ええ、そうです。あの事件、冴島大河は襲撃を行った。でも真の犯人は別にもう一人いるんです。
あんたが安子さんに知っていると言った真犯人ってのはそいつのことなんだな。
あなたのお父さんはその真犯人の正体と真犯人を知りながらもそれをもみ消
Okay,
し
we're
た警
getting to
察
the
の
end
不
of
正
it.
を知って
The
しまっ
gaming
た。
is about
だ
to
から殺されたんで
continue.
すよ。
誰なんだ親父を殺したやつってのはその真犯人ってのは。
Yo, updated autopsy report. Anyway, we'll be doing half the fights in the set piece with the steel briefcase, which is pretty much the best weapon in the game. Here's why. That man is now dead in 3 hits. And you build up heat with a basic combo, which lets you do that, which is a really good heat action. The only downside is that the hitbox on it is totally busted and it just like misses half the time. But when it doesn't miss, it's really good. Got a nice wide swing to it as well. Essence of finishing with the weapon is just like shortest animation, does the most damage, yes please. Oh, what am I doing? Hang on. Tonfa. So this is why we do the new routing, because I want to use this steel Tonfa on this set piece. So I'm going to do that. Steel Tonfas are also really good. They let you pretty much infinitely combo bosses, and also they deal huge damage, so that was nice. It doesn't make so much of a difference on that fight, but you'll see on the fight at the end of the split, it's a big deal if we have the Tonfa. This guy thinks he can run, but he can't. He's invincible until you go upstairs. So after we get him down as low as he'll go, we just stop hitting him, we just follow him. Then we'll finish him off right there by throwing the bottle. To be honest, it's been so long since I didn't do that chase in that exact way that I'm not sure, like, he's running towards a dead end. This is a dead end, so I'm not sure how much longer the chase goes on for. Something I should probably check. It might just like end itself there. I don't even remember. I haven't done this casually in years. It was a pretty decent-ish fight, I guess. Not perfect. The guy that has extra HP is really good at dodging and blocking and countering and just generally being an asshole. So he like mostly went with the program there, which is pretty good. Don't touch me, thank you. Oh, whoops. I tripped, now he's got me. Ow, now he threw a bottle? Oh my god, I'm getting shit on. Let me go. That was like okay for a second, and then it just descended into madness when I hit the bike. Ugh, and that guy got me. That was awful. Really bad chase. The split has been so sloppy. I'm curious to see if we're, like, how much time we're gonna save. We should still save a bunch, but, like, not that much. Why didn't you heat action? Come on. Oh, I don't have heat. I can't do that. There we go. Depending on which direction he falls in, it's actually considered a different heat action, so that's nice. Oh, it broke. Did not expect that. Okay, we'll just finish him with this. Guess I used it too much on the random other dudes. Did not expect that Tonfa to break. Really bad timing, too, but the game didn't punish me for it. Okay, gold split, sure. Probably shouldn't have golded, but oh well. I guess that just means I can gold by a lot more. I can gold that by like another 20 seconds, probably, at least. So many bad parts in that split. I can save like a handful of seconds on this one. Chapter 3 and 4, I just sort of roll up into the same split because Chapter 3 might as well not even exist. We're basically just gonna go watch a cutscene and then walk back, and that's this entire chapter, so that doesn't really need a split. Sugiyuchi himself is pretty much the only thing that matters, and we're gonna save like 2 seconds on him. Thanks to Kuro strats. AKA, quit mashing square, you fool. Here's some lore. This is when you learn that Sugiyuchi is evil. Spoiler alert, if my split didn't already spoil it. Sugiyuchi is evil. Let's see, my Tonfa's on D-pad up. So that's cool. I mean, I think it should have been obvious right from the start of the game that Sugiyuchi was going to be evil because his shoes were too nice, but that's just like, you know, one of those things you notice. I might have slipped by some of you in the chat. Also, back in Chapter 3, he just watches you while you're peeing, which is certainly something. The cutscene of Kido and Akiyama talking in the bathroom, then they leave the bathroom, and then Sugiyuchi leaves the bathroom behind him, revealing that he was eavesdropping on the conversation in the bathroom. He was just like hiding in a stall or something. I believe this is 3 down. I don't want to fuck this up. I'll take it slow, but I think this is 3 down now. Yeah. Because they added the golf course at some point since the last time we taxied over here. I guess I've never brought this up, like, ever, but to anyone who might have just always been wondering but never asked, the reason why we spend the whole game staring at the ground is because it makes the pedestrians not spawn in. It works in 3 and 4, and sort of, but not really in 5. So we spend the whole run just staring at the ground. Pretty much, yeah. I think of it as like, if you've ever watched like a classic GTA speedrun, and they constantly swap the camera angles around to despawn cars, it's basically the same thing. And actually you can do, like you've ever seen like in GTA 3, and they do driving sections, like whole driving sections with the camera pointed backwards. You can do that in 5 to great effect, where you just run looking behind you, and then nobody spawns in front of you. But we don't do that in runs very much because reasons. Oh yeah, the taxi's on the right now. I keep moving this taxi around. Also, that taxi defaults to golf course instead of set piece. Thanks. Because I really want to go to the golf course right now. There's Mishima, the character that everyone forgot existed by this point in the game and probably never even knew how to name in the first place. There he is, now he's dead. Alright, boat chase. They give you a countdown from 3, but you can just start shooting him before that. The countdown is all for show. Okay, that almost missed. Oh, that might have been a mistake. We gotta go super wide angle now. That was like half a second slow. That's fine. I always do this as well. I just start mashing here and it brings up that screen. I do that like literally every run because I'm awful. That was a thing though, the whole boat section. There's actually supposed to be like a cursor mechanic where like your aim isn't always on Sugiyuchi, but every time you shoot, it resets the position of the cursor to be right on top of him. So if you just mash the shoot button, it'll always aim correctly. Anyway, here's how we deal with Sugiyuchi around here. And I'm gonna be drunk while I do this. Actually not gonna heat action him here because I want to do the other one. Oh, whoops, I was mashing too much. Cool. Not perfect, because I had a lot of failed combos where I just sat there and waited for him to stand back up. That was fine. Gold by 6 seconds. Don't know why, but sure. Sure. This is fine. That can still be like 1 second faster. 2 seconds. Now we're going into the hard parts though. Not quite gambling time yet. We still have like the 2 least consistent bosses in the game to get through. Then gambling. then everybody gets shot. Hopefully everyone gets shot. I think that today, just because I brought this up back at the start of the run, it's been like almost a week since I did the end of the run, and I'm probably starting to get rusty at it. So I think that if I don't get gambling, I'm just gonna load my save and then just pretend that I didn't kill the run. Like, we're just gonna finish the game today, no matter what. Obviously, if I have to load my save, the run's invalid because I made that save like a week ago or something. But I will actually play the end of the game today, no matter what.
Nah.
I can save a bunch of time there as well. Hopefully I get to it. Hopefully gambling doesn't kill my run, but I have a lot of time save in Kamurocho Hills and on the final bosses. Those are indeed gold splits. What's up, Sanovan? I don't deserve them, but I got them anyway. Of the 3 Tanimura splits, I golded 2 of them and was like 1 second off gold on the other, even though I feel like I made 1.5 million mistakes. But, you know, new routing be that way sometimes. The golds are not optimized yet. Sugiyuchi was not new routing though, that was just a gold for some reason. More gold in the future. Assuming I play this game again in the future, and we don't just kill Yak 4 right now with a hot 301. This game is getting kind of concerningly close to going sub 3 hours. I feel like 1 or 2 more tweaks to the routing, and we'll be able to go sub 3 hours with this game, which is, oh man. I don't want that to be a goal that's on the table, because then I'll want to go for it, and it'll be like a nightmare grind. I'm just sort of going for a run that is good. Not even necessarily that is good, but a run that has all of the up-to-date routing in it. And I got that the other day, and I got back world record with that run as well. But then I came up with more new route stuff, so I had to keep playing. But basically, I just want a run that's, like, properly representative of the amount of effort that's been put into the game. That's my standard. Ow. Ow. Not items. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Gonna have to throw him or something. This is a bad Saito. Aw, man, I'm getting no value off of these trash cans. Whatever, just end him. Just end this man's life. That was bad. We're gonna lose some time on this split. I'm not sure if we're gonna actually lose time, but we won't be close to a gold. I know I had a not great Saito in my PB as well. Really important that we pick up all the items in this set piece so that we can sell them later for money. There's one that you're allowed to miss. All the others you gotta get though. Now we cheese him. Yeah, this is just the set piece from Chapter 3 of Yakuza 3, but backwards. Same exact building. And much like that set piece, we can ignore all of the fights except for the one in this room and the one at the end. Yeah, losing time to my PB here. That sucks. That was a really bad Saito upstairs. The fact that I couldn't knock him down was a big problem. I had to throw him. Yes. The guards all hopped on a boat. Which, I mean, I don't know how far off the shore the prison island is, but like... Hamazaki and Saejima both just sort of floated ashore, so it can't be too far, right? Oh yeah, also Hisai is dead now. R.I.P. the most relevant character.
Yeah.
He did show up to Homeland with the intention of kidnapping that guy, but once he got here, he felt bad about it and he shot himself. You don't expect him to be evil, then it's like, what? He was evil? And then the next chapter, it's like, oh, I guess he changed his mind within like 1 minute of us finding out that he's evil. That's fine then. Okay, gotta focus this chapter. Can't have a repeat of Tanimura chapter 1 where I just forget the whole route. I gotta actually pay attention to what I'm doing here because we have a bunch of stuff we gotta do. The split is typically really short though. The entire split is just coming here and then going to the Millennium Tower, and that's it. You don't fight anything. But I have a bit of a detour to take in addition to that. We have to go get the item that makes the whole route work. Hopefully I won't get dicked by encounters. Encounters in this part can be kind of bad. There's a lot of not safe roads that I want to walk down. Okay. Alright, we're good. We are good. No encounters. This stretch of road right here, a couple of runs back, I got to this part of the run, and that stretch of road right there had multiple encounters on it, which I've never even seen before. Like, I didn't even know that was possible, but there were just two standing right next to each other, and there was nothing I could have done about it. It was a really sad way for the run to end. We're just picking up that locker key. That's the 0 jewel. Hopefully the 0 jewel will cooperate today. And now we go end the chapter. There's Daigo. I don't think we've seen Daigo all game, but there he is. See you in the finale, Daigo. You big dingus. Alright, talk to this guy. He gives us the locker key radar. We don't actually need a radar for locker keys. I know where they all are. But we do want to sell the radar because it sells for a lot of money. And selling the radar along with selling all of the stuff we picked up in Chapter 1 is going to give us just enough money to where we can bet 100,000 chips on roulette. And that plus the 0 jewel will hopefully result in a lot. We will get a lot, I hope. This is not the correct street. The only dingus bigger than Daigo Dojima is me. I can never remember the route. There we go. 100,750 yen. I don't think anyone ever voted for Daigo Dojima. They did. They got a lot of splaining to do. Anyway, no predictions today, because like the title says, today we are all 00 friends. I don't want to hear otherwise. If I put up a prediction, people would put bets, people would put points on single 0, and it would ruin the illusion. Wow, look at that rich bastard. Good thing he was like practically in the middle of the street, so I could just walk behind him like that. Encounter here or no? Looking like a no? Cool. Hopefully no encounter around the corner as well. Not cool. We're gonna have to bait this guy. Even though he's fat and slow. Alright, not great. Almost perfect encounter luck on Kiryu, but that guy had to be there. Could have been worse though. There are much worse encounters that you can see here. I probably could have just run by that guy, honestly. I wanted to play it safe, but because he was a slow guy, I bet I could have just stayed to the other side of the street and it would have been fine. Alright, so time for the other most inconsistent boss fight in the game. This is the protagonists. Kiryu versus Tanimura and Akiyama. These guys are very bad. I do not like them. I do at least appreciate this establishes a confirmed canon tier list of protagonists, where Saejima is stronger than Kiryu and these guys aren't. We get the lore. Everyone fights everyone, so we have a nice order to it. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Where the frick did Akiyama go? Where the frick did Akiyama go? He's just like gone. Hello, sir? He's stuck on a pole. We got him stuck on a pole, dude. This is a fast boss fight. I'm never gonna be able to repeat that, but that was amazing. Oh, I could have totally full comboed there. Ow. That's never happening again. Straight up, that's... That is really funny, though. That's fast. This is only the second time ever I've skipped the Feel the Heat on this fight. That's really hard to do. That gold's never getting beaten. I'm just gonna, straight up, you're never gonna beat that gold. At least I'm never going to. Not without, like, some kind of weapon strat on this fight, which isn't happening. It was disgusting. Anyway, now that I've praised this run, time for it to die to roulette. There are many things that we could do to try to make this safe, and they would all be slow. So we just gotta risk it on the 50-50. It didn't work yesterday. Didn't work the day before that. Here we go. Come on. Yes! Alright, run's finishing. Let's go, boys. Double zero gang in absolute shambles. Or single zero gang, rather. Double zero gang is doing just fine. So now I'm rich. Well, actually, no, I'm not quite rich yet. I have a bunch of platinum plates. We're now engaged in the plate economy. These plates will be sold for 3 million yen, and then that 3 million yen will be used to buy 13 revolvers. And with those revolvers, we're gonna shoot everyone for the entire rest of the game. And there doesn't seem to be that much of a game left, but trust me, there's a lot of dudes left to shoot. There are more dudes than we have bullets, but that's fine. Oh yeah, dude, now I'm nervous. As soon as I saw that double zero, that nervous feeling in my stomach just immediately went into overdrive. Now I gotta be a gamer for the next, like, 25 minutes. This could actually 301, though. If I have a good Kamurocho Hills and a good set of final bosses, this could legitimately 301. I'm gonna choke this so hard. Don't call me Choker05 for nothing. Fun fact, to this day, I am banned in Cheese's channel because I called him Choker05. This was like several years ago. He was on world record pace going into Bowser in the Sky, and he choked. And everyone was spamming shit in the chat, so I just called him Choker05, and I guess the mods noticed because I got banned. I think that's the only Twitch chat I'm banned in. Aw, shit, did I just get banned in Blossom's chat? I always talk in there, that's... now what? I'll have to submit my unban request. Unban requests are great. I've gotten one unban request in this channel in my life, because I don't ban too many people, and it was like the saltiest unban request, and it was really funny. Literally, that's what it was, though. It was like, I didn't do anything, you should unban me because I don't hate you yet, but I could. It was something like that, and I'm like, what? No, reject. I did not unban him. For the record, he did do something. He just doesn't know that I saw him do the thing, but I did. Because I got eyes everywhere. Oh wait, items. See, the chokes begin. I can't menu anymore. This is 2 up. Last opportunity for there to be an encounter. No, there can't be an encounter here that would screw me. I was thinking of Yakuza 5. Yakuza 5 can put an encounter right in front of his door, and it's a very mean thing for them to do, but they can do it. Here's why we invest all that time in getting guns. It's also really important that we kill all of the minions before we kill the boss. Because after you kill the boss, the remaining minions will get scared. Alright, difficult room. This is our first encounter with the legend himself, Nakano Watari. This guy is more evil than most bosses, and he's just Nakano Watari. Most of his minions, I think there's like 4 minions here, and 2 of them are grab guys, and also he iframes everything and has a stun attack. So Nakano Watari is not my friend. I'm trying to waste as few bullets as possible. Wasted 2 though. His mods told me off for promoting, rip. Maybe his Twitch career would have taken off if he was playing Mafia.gg instead of Town of Salem. Oh, whatever. That was the slowest thing ever. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I probably wanted to heat action him there, but I don't know what I'm doing. Do I look like I know how to play this game? Here we need to kill Nakano Watari as well as the buds. Take the gun out before entering the fight so that they don't get scared. I think I just wasted a bullet. I think he might have died in 1. I don't know. I really wanted to kill that grab guy because he was getting dangerously close to me. Didn't want him ruining my fun. The same here with taking out the gun before entering the fight so that they don't get scared. As fun as it is to have no idea what I'm shooting at, I would like to fix the camera here so that I don't waste a bunch of bullets shooting at the wall. Like to know the direction of the enemies. What? How was I on the ground? Hello? Suzumiya just like shot me in a cutscene or something. What a jerk. This is the third set of guns, so I need to save 5 bullets in my third gun of this set. In order to make the math work at the end of this set piece. That was good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the thing that I don't even think is fast. And we're gonna take this guy's gun. Bounces off the wall. Rubber gun, rubber bullets, rubber wall. Oop, we are out of bullets. That was a slow room, and I wasted a lot. This is gun number 2. Okay. That guy better not grab me. No, he did it. Every time. At least it was only one. Okay. We got one more fight before the bosses, and I have, what is that, like 9 bullets for it or something, which is fine, because one of the guys in this fight coming up also has a gun for me. His name is Adachi, and he has a gun. No comment. Three, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, hang on. 9, 10. Now we're done with that gun. Who's not dead? You're not dead. That was really sloppy. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking about the numbers, but I was thinking wrong. That was a really sloppy room. Now it's 3, 8, and 5. Wait, that's at 4? Ah, shit. Well, actually that's fine, because I'm just going to say that we're probably not going to get lucky in the finale. And if we do get lucky in the finale, I will hate myself. But I'm just going to say we're not going to get lucky, and I don't need that bullet. So it's fine that I counted wrong. Again. I always count wrong. I don't know why. Counting is hard. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? That leaves me with 6. That's probably fine. That was like 1 less than I even expected. Probably fine. I don't know. I feel weird about this whole thing. My numbers are fucked, man. Daigo Dojima might be bad. But Daigo Dojima is usually bad, so it's okay. I should really like put the numbers in my notes and then pay close attention to them so that I don't end up in this situation at the end of every run. Anyway, time to do some menuing. We need to send the 3 and the 15 to Saejima. Then we send Tanimura's Lotus Clan Broadsword to Kiryu and give that to Akiyama. This menuing is like This menu's not actually complicated, but to me it's like 12-dimensional because there's like different tabs you gotta go through. This is like my brain has entered a new plane of existence trying to get this menu fast. All the weird buttons you gotta press. Date is in the most recent Yakuza. He's in 7, very briefly. So Date is still kicking. You can't get rid of Date that easily. Even though he's just a murderer. Like in Yakuza 3, Date becomes a detective. He stops being a detective and becomes a journalist, but he still has a gun and he still shoots someone. But it's like not even like police work anymore. He just straight up shot somebody. Okay, slow, but it's always slow. It's fine. It's fine. The 3 and the 15 are on Saejima. The Lotus Clan Broadsword is on Akiyama. That's all we need to do. That was 3 or 4. In 2, Date is still a detective. He's sort of like a I've seen some shit detective, where the other detectives are like, Date, you're so cool, and he's just like, I'm not cool. I'm just a man doing my job. You know, he's like, too cool for this shit detective. In Yakuza 2. Yeah, in 3 and 4, he's a journalist. We start with one of these. At some point, we're going to need to do the sword heat action on him as well. And by at some point, I mean right frickin' now. Get away from me. Oh, I had him. I thought I had him there. This is slower than PB. Anyway, now that we've done both heat actions we wanted, we can just do this to him. That was slower than PB. I don't think we're going to 301 this anymore. I would need a really good Munakata. Plus, there's a chance of Daigo Dojima being a huge blow-up because of my math.
Akiyama さんの店であの金を見たとき、チャンスだと思ったんです。冴島さん、俺に言ったじゃないですか。
No, sub 3 not happening. I think that with the current strats, if you had a very solid run, you would get a 300. You would get, you know, like 3 hours something seconds. I think 1 or 2 more routing things are needed to realistically cut the 3 in this game. Anyway. Say it, Saejima. Balls out. Poor Kido. We tell him to take his balls out, and then we cheese him harder than any other fight. That's all of his health. He's going to attempt to heal twice, but we're going to cancel the heals with this hyper stun gun, so he's not going to heal either. Really sucks to be Kido. He does this. He thinks he's got us here. We let him punch us once, and then it's just, nah, get tased, fool. That's the end of Kido. And after this game, he rides off into the sunset, never to be heard from again. Alright, there's a small potential that this fight will be a massive blow-up and I'll lose a bunch of time. Regardless, we're going to be taking a QTE because I don't have enough bullets because I did the math wrong at the end of Kamurocho Hills. But if he also dodges a bullet, which he does sometimes, then we will be in very big trouble and we could see both QTEs, which would be very bad. We're fighting Daigo because Daigo is working with Munakata because Daigo is desperate for some money to try to save the clan. And we gotta set this guy straight. Alright, we still got the 6, and here's the 15. 5, 6. We're gonna see the longer of the 2 QTEs, unfortunately. See, not quite enough. 1 bullet short. But also, we would have seen a QTE when switching guns if we had shot him 7 times. So now we gotta watch this, which is really funny. They just fist bump really hard. We fist bumped him so hard that we broke his wrist. And we get the goofy, like, zooms in on their face. Alright, this fight's gonna be hard. This is easily the hardest of the 4 bosses, which is why it's last. And I've made it extra hard for myself because my items are worse. So, here we go. Hopefully I have heat. I don't remember if I do, but I hope I do. Your heat actually does carry from the last time you played the character, so if I had heat at the end of the Sugiyuchi fight, then that will carry to this boss fight. It's a little weird, but it does work that way. So that's why we always start. That's why we always start the RI fight with heat, because we always make sure to leave Minami with heat 2 hours ago. Aw, man, no heat. You suck. First, we gotta deal with all of the basic bitch bodyguards. If we kill them fast enough, we can skip a cutscene. I also need to kill them really fast because my heat restoratives are worse than usual. So if I don't kill them very quickly, then I will lose heat. I think that's all the normal ones. Oh, where's the dudes? See, already lost heat. You want to get it down to just the elites so that he doesn't do the elite deployment cutscene thing. That's what we're looking to avoid. I'll do that just so that you leave me alone. Wow, blocking the spicy knife. Absolute mad lad. Good value. Get a stab in. Still have some Tonfa left over. I already did that essence of finishing. Whoops. I changed to this strat somewhat recently. I deal with the captain before Munakata now, because then there's no problems for Munakata. We can just go ham on him in a corner. This'll 301 easily. Had a really good Munakata. Right, yeah, this Munakata was extremely good. So this is an easy 301. Wow, that just makes me think that I can 300 it with current strats. Like, no problem. This run can be 45 seconds better. this will kill. It might not, though. Aw, it didn't quite kill. There we go. 301.38. GG. What a good Munakata. Holy crap. What a good Munakata. This is world record. Previous world record was what I was racing against, and then current world record is what you just saw. Oh man, I gotta know. What's my sum of best? My sum of best has gotta be really close. Wow. My sum of best is 300, actually. So maybe that's a bit unrealistic. So many golds in this run, but I can still gold by a lot more if I wanted to. This run didn't even start good. Like, let's go all the way back to before everyone started watching. Like, compare against personal best. I was not having a good Akiyama section. None of this was good. And then as soon as I was out of Akiyama, I just sort of started gaming. I'm mad at myself for screwing up the route in Tanimura Chapter 1, but it barely had an impact. And then Saito 2 was unfortunate. Everything else about that run was, like, really good, though. That is some shit. So for those who don't know, these credits are completely unskippable. But we gotta sit through them because I want the results screen in the VOD. So we're just gonna chill here for like 9 minutes. It's not quite 9, it's like 7, I think. But these are kind of long credits. So how's everyone doing today? Got a ton of people watching this run for some reason. I don't know if I got like a big host that I didn't notice or something, but shoutouts to everyone in the chat. I'm bogging as we speak, Revan. I'm big bog champion. This is definitely the sort of quality of run I was looking for to retire from Yakuza 4. I can now stop playing this for a little while. I hope there was no bad news at the dentist, by the way, Oblivion. I hope that was all good. Yeah, plan is Yakuza 3 probably is up next. We're gonna go back to the dad simulator. And here's the thing, Escron. Part of the reason why I have to go back to 3 is because we realize that it's faster to shoot while not holding R1, and because of that alone, I save like 50 seconds for free if I go back to Yakuza 3, which is like super dumb. It's super dumb that we didn't know about that until someone in Froob's chat told us. But yeah, none of us speedrunners knew about that. But now we know. So gonna have to go back to Yakuza 3. My PB in that game is kind of like stupid good, but it can be improved. Can make it happen. Maybe I'll come up with some route stuff. I don't know. The route for Yakuza 3 is a bit tough to improve, honestly, because it's pretty streamlined at this point. Maybe if there was some weapon that sped up Richardson or Tamashiro, but like Tamashiro, you can't really get weapons before unless you buy them from the van, and none of the van weapons are good if I remember correctly. I don't know. I'll, you know, give it the usual once over, see if I can come up with some routing stuff. Here's the thing, Revan. No. The auto aim in this game is good enough that you still don't have to try. You can't be like facing backwards, but other than that, the game still totally auto aims for you. So it's actually not very dangerous. It's just like a free 50 seconds of time save. Really dumb. Yeah, Tekken, if you're looking into speedrunning 3, golf I recommend just doing a couple golfs and try to come up with some sort of setup that works for you. Like, the wind is RNG, but like I have certain places on the meters that I like to hit the golf ball at, and then I just sort of adjust left or right based on the wind, just sort of on the fly, and that's how I do golf. And I'm not great at it, but I'm okay. Tamashiro is not that bad. Tamashiro is, if you just keep him in the corner and play safe if you're ever in doubt, then Tamashiro is not too bad. What makes Tamashiro bad is when you start trying to get a really good time, and not only do you need him to not stand up, but you also need your combos to hit him in a certain way. That's when Tamashiro gets very dumb. I'd be more afraid of Richardson 1, to be honest. That fight is worse. Rebel just YOLOs golf, but then again, Rebel also doesn't have world record, so just saying. I'm way too mean to Rebel. I don't know why I do this. I'm way too mean to Rebel Dragon. Anytime he says anything, I'm just like, yeah, but where's your 214? There's a safe strat, though, for Richardson 1. If you get far away from him, he'll always run at you and do a certain kick. And if you just let him run at you and then dodge behind him for the kick, you can punish him with a full combo. Easy every time. That's not faster than if you do the fight correctly, but it is a perfectly consistent way of doing the fight. Also, you can shoot Richardson 1 with a revolver, and then you would have to do a sebe with your fists, and that's a little slower, but it's a hell of a lot easier, so that's also an option. Credits are still going. Oh, this is important, by the way. Hang on. Look at this. Hydromedia made this, and I hate him for it. I'm just scrolling through Discord, and I saw that, and I was sad. I thought I'd share the sadness with you guys. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. Credits over. There's a results screen. Someone got knocked down. It's always like one pedestrian knocked down. I'd love to go back in the VOD and see who it is. Also, it's always around like 8 or 9 weapons broken, and I don't know what those are, but I guess you could go back and count that as well.